Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. It's me, Kat. I'm still alone because Amy is still getting strong for the new year. So, yeah, let's do a live stream together. Who is here? Hey, Mama San. Okay, I don't know who is here. If you are here, please drop a little hello. And yeah, today we're going to talk about something a little bit more educational because I found a few reports online talking about the luxury resale market. And I think a lot of us are really going into that space because, buying from the store is just super crazy. This particular report that I saw, now I am so sorry. I would usually take the report, put it into a deck of slides or something and just do a nice little presentation, but I did not have the time with all the daily uploads that I've been doing. So we're going to look at the whole file together. It is between excuse me, it's between BCG and Vestiaire Collective. And this particular report, I found it quite, I think we kind of know, but it's kind of interesting. And obviously it's by Vestiaire. So obviously some of the things that they say is for their business. It is a paid report, but it's pretty interesting. And yeah, we have some they obviously BCG, right? Oh, this consulting company. If any of you from BCG, I'm so sorry. I used to be from a consulting firm as well. So I know what you do. Okay. But BCG obviously is very branded. So yes, let me just open the deck. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, oh my gosh. I am having McDonald's. Oh my gosh, I'm having this. I'm so addicted to their little corn. But this month, for some reason, they got a blind box. So 3 days ago, oh no, wait, maybe a week ago, I decided to take one of the blind boxes. Look, McDonald's has a blind box. Okay, so I didn't know what it was. I was just like, okay, whatever. And there are four things in this blind box. There's Birdie, Hamburglar, Grimace, and Special. I think Special is the French fries. And I want to get the French fries. And I already... It's so low quality, okay? But anyway, this is Birdie. And then this is Grimace. Oh, man. And now I got another one. So I'm hoping that this is the Special or Hamburglar. Because if it's Grimace again, I'll be really pissed off. Shall we do it together before we look at the report? So serious, the report. Oh! Bug! There goes my $7. How annoying. Hey, or maybe is it once a week? Am I overzealous to buy it again? Oh my God. Because I just got it yesterday. Wait, is it once a week? Like McDonald's does their things once a week. I don't know. Like the Hello Kitty stuff, they do like this week one model, next week one model. Yeah, even has a card. Says here, the purple friend with the heart of gold. Favorite food is shakes. Traits, gentle giant with a happy-go-lucky spirit. Always smiling, always huggable. Moves with a bouncy waddle. Unless he's skateboarding. Collectible quirk. The friend everyone wants at their birthday party. Okay. Bye. All right, let's look at this Vestiaire BCG report. It is quite a long document. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about it as well. All right, let's go. Now you can download this. It's free, okay? I didn't pay for it. You can get it. So it is talking about luxury in the secondhand market, and I read the report already. It's talking about, why people are going there, what are the barriers to enter the secondhand market, who is really driving the secondhand market. And obviously, because it's BCG, if BCG is selling some consulting services, they want to sell it to some luxury brand that's going to read this, or some platform that wants to build a resale market. So at the end of this report, it talks about creating a way for businesses to tap on this market, because the market is huge. So you need to have better authentication, you need to have better passports for digital products. But anyway, that part, let's not go into that. That's BCG services. But the first part is sort of where we are. So, okay, let's go here. So it says here, okay, you know what? Let's just look at the exhibit. Exhibit is, at least it's a picture. This was what I was going to extract and put in a slide. But it says next year, or at least it's going to be by 2030. So what, a few more years from now, it's going to be worth $220 billion. This is dollars, yeah, USD. It's really, really huge. So it used to be, it grew, but look at the growth. It's just like double-digit growth over the past few years. And now it's going to go to 320. I don't know how they come up with this number. I think they just, I don't know, I didn't ask. I didn't check. I didn't check. Okay, so this is interesting. What people buy secondhand? It says here that a lot of it is on wardrobe. So you buy specialized items on platforms, okay? And then you get 40% of the handbags are secondhand. So it also says that a lot of people in this survey, they surveyed like a few thousand people under Vestier's customers, I believe. How much of it is secondhand? I do think it's a little skewed, because if you if you're already surveying people on a secondhand platform, a platform that sells these things, obviously they will have a higher wardrobe of things that are secondhand. Not all. You could be a first time going to look, or you could be just going there to scout the prices, but there will be a huge number of people who will buy from that platform. So I feel that this 40% of the handbags in the respondents' closet are secondhand. To me, it's a little skewed, because it's Vestier's people. All right, this one. This is interesting. So what is driving people's secondhand buying? What? Number one, so drivers to buy, right? Affordability and value. Totally. I mean, some of you are buying. Do you agree with this points? Maybe not the percentages, because again, we are in Asia. This is a US-based report. And even they talked about the differences in buying in US, why it's more prevalent of secondhand, and then Europe, why is it less? But there was no coverage of Asia. So Asia, I feel, is still trailing behind in terms of secondhand. It will pick up very fast, but I don't think the acceptance of secondhand is, or let me not call it secondhand, like resale, or just this whole ecosystem of buying it is not as, I guess, still not as common. Like, people buy everything secondhand. I feel like here there is still certain things we don't buy secondhand. Like, I think in the States, you can buy anything. You can buy somebody's chair, somebody's furniture, anything you can put on this platform. We also have it in Asia, like a carousel, but I don't think the take-up is as good as overseas. Maybe just the feeling of it. I think there's this, and taboo, there's some things that people are still superstitious about here. Say you shouldn't buy somebody's secondhand wallet. There are things, little quirks in Asia that just, I don't think will ever be as crazy as overseas, but it's getting there. Okay, so coming back to this, I think the drivers still apply, like affordability and value, because you want to get something that's value for money. And now that the actual item from retail is so expensive, it just doesn't match anymore. They also feel that there's a lot more variety in the secondhand market. And I guess that's true because let's say like in this, for 10 years, you only see stuff in the store, but in the secondhand, you could see things that are 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. So variety wise, you get this vintage vibe, you get things that maybe when you saw your mom own, you're like, oh my God, but now that it's in the vintage market, you're like, oh my God, so cool. It's my age. It's my stamp, right, Joe? 20 years ago, my stamp, and it's like the thing that you need to have. So variety, all of that. Fun, thrill of the hunt. I believe this is very, very true. You get a great deal. Everybody loves a great deal. Nobody likes a free thing, but they like a great deal, okay? Like samples, people take samples, they're like, but if you got it for a great deal, like, oh my God, I got it for 50% off. The feeling is so different. The fun of the hunt, the thrill of the chase, all of that. Sustainability. Okay, so sustainability, yeah, I think this is also a big driving factor, but I do think it's the least of all. Like, there is the whole recycle, give it a next life, new home, but I don't feel like that's a driving factor to buy for a lot of people. I think people are still at the price, like the prices, like getting a good deal, like getting the value for money. But the sustainability part, it's a very what is the word? Is the right word altruistic? Like, you know, you there's deeper meaning in life. I can tell you, humans are selfish lah. Okay, like I was just walking around the area and I had this fleeting moment of like, wow, the world is so beautiful. Really, I had like, wow, look at the skies. We should save the world for a moment. And then I was like, okay, you know, there's no way. Like, here we are, humans destroying the world. So sustainability part, I don't know. I don't buy it. Okay, I don't buy. I believe in it, but it's a really difficult thing to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. If we are all sustainable, you won't buy anything. Okay, you'll still be wearing leaves. All right, you'll still be wearing leaves and things like that. Anyway, let's not get into that conversation. Barriers to buy. Oh, barriers to buy. Yeah, the non-buyers, it's not attractive enough. Like, you don't even want to buy because it's not a good deal. It's just not. And it's not what you want. So if it's not a good deal, it's not what you want, obviously you won't buy. Like, why would you buy something that's not what you want? And not the price that you're willing to pay. It's like, duh. But okay, I guess that's what they surveyed out from the people on Vestiaire. Selling motivation. I think we've all been through this. Number one selling is wardrobe detox. Yo, I need to declutter. How many decluttering videos have we? Oh, hang on, sorry. I need to declutter. Gosh, 66%. Yes. Yes. When we get overwhelmed, we just need to detox. You have one thing that's good. Too much of a good thing is like, oh my goodness, I cannot take it anymore. So yeah, motivation itself, for sure. That is, I totally see this. I agree. Generating extra income. Now, maybe some of you, okay, let me ask, some of you who sell right now, do you really think that's a driver to sell? Like, you're going to generate extra income? Maybe I'm looking at income as you're profiting from it. But I can also see that maybe this question was phrased, if you were highlighting the survey, that you already bought the item, the cost is sunk. So by selling it, you have extra income, like extra money, not from the point of profiting and not from the point of view, why do you buy it in the first place, right? But you've used it, you enjoyed it, now it's basically no value. So by selling it now, you got some extra income. 41% says to earn money overall, to have available to buy other firsthand. Yeah, I guess so. A lot of us just sell. I do it as well, right? I sell my stuff so that I have funds to buy something new. But I'm surprised that it's only 18%. I would think that would be a bigger factor. 18% to buy from first hand, more likely to buy from second hand. Again, this is a Vestiaire Collective survey. So basically it's saying that people who responded to this was selling their second-hand item to more likely buy another second-hand item. Because I don't buy like that. I would sell my items because I want to buy something from the first hand. So if I were to do this survey, I'll be part of the 18%. And overall money, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Like, you just don't want to, but that's also quite surprising, like quite a large chunk, because you've already got the item and now you just say, I want to sell it and I just have money aside. I don't know if I would be part of that group. Maybe at a certain point in time, but I did that Lux Chit Chat about should I sell all my bags and sell them all and retire or something like that Lux Chit Chat. A lot of you actually said that you're not selling your things. You're not actually you're just going to keep it. So unless you have need for the funds, you would rather just keep the bag and enjoy it, or pass it down or give it to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to just sell it and have money somewhere. You're going to do something with that money. You're going to take it to invest, take it to buy another second, and you're going to take it to first hand. So I'm not sure, to earn some money overall. I don't know. Just sell everything, I guess. Joe's like, I love selling. I love selling too. I like selling. But then you ask yourself, why did you buy in the first place? Because the money would have been much better. Too late. That's another conversation. Okay, barriers to sell. They don't have items they no longer wear. 38% say they don't have items they no longer wear. I hate double negative sentences, right? You mean they don't have anything to sell, right? They don't have items they no longer wear. So they have items they still wear. So they have nothing to sell because they have nothing to sell. Yeah, I really hate sentences like this, right? So annoying, Double negatives are such, when you do exam thing, double negative, you sit there for a while, you're like, convert it to positive because that's the only way to make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, they said that because 38% of the people have nothing to sell, basically. Okay, fine. They're still wearing everything. 31% haven't found time to list. This is quite common. Haven't found time to list their items. Vestiaire Collective, I believe, is self-service, right? You just put there. So quite troublesome, which is why in Singapore, people like to be efficient here. They're like, I will pay for the efficiency. Time is of value, at least for those that, I don't know, like a lot of us, okay, I don't want the hassle of dealing with people. I don't hassle of dealing with people. Get out of my way. So pass it to resellers, all right? Because you don't want to deal with, you won't mind dealing with good people, but you hate dealing with low ballers because that is a huge barrier to sell. So that should be inside. Barriers to sell. Do not want to deal with low ballers. I'm like, that's a barrier. That is a barrier, especially if you don't have a reseller in your space. Oh man, because resellers take all of that. take the commission. I could not be bothered. I mean, at the beginning, if you're the kind of person that likes to negotiate and now you're gonna hold on to it, it takes a certain personality. But after a while, you're like, bro, I have better things to do than to negotiate with you for $5. Yeah. Anyway, pass it to the reseller. Lose 100. It feels better than to fight this $5. Okay, sometimes it's like, brother, Next, Gen Z is reshaping the future of resale. Yeah, I had a family gathering with my cousins in Singapore. So I have quite a huge group of family here, mostly my cousins, niece and nephew. So even though I say I'm alone, my family's Malaysia and Singapore, we're like joined to the hip, kind of thing. So yeah, my cousins are here and we met up for a dinner, and a huge family. And one of my cousin's daughter, she was wearing this skirt, and she was showing her mom, and I was like, what nice skirt. And she's like, yeah, thrifted. And she's about 20. I was like, thrifted? Yeah, it's still very expensive, I was like, really? Because in my head, thrifted is cheap already, right? She's like, yeah, $20. I was like, that's okay. That's okay. Here, I don't know, millennial or close to the Gen, I'm at the borderline. What's older than me? Gen X, is it? Oh my goodness, I'm losing track. Is it baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and then Gen Zs? What's before me? What's in the 70s? What's the 1970s? Can somebody help me out? So anyway, I'm at the borderline. So I have both mentalities of a millennial, like the one, growing up with a computer, but I still had brothers that are like, how do you press this, Because they're slightly like, brother. Anyway, yeah, so she's my niece. Yeah, she's my niece. And she was saying that it's thrifted. She loves thrifting. They love looking for a great deal. And the joy of it. They are really, really looking at stuff like that. And my niece, like my brother's daughter, wow, she's all into the secondhand stores, where even her mom was like, I want to go to a normal store. I want to go to a normal store. Like, we are so used to like a normal store with nice price tags. Clothes are all clean and put in place. They're all folded nicely. But a lot of these like secondhand stores, they're just it's a storeroom kind of feel, like everything's everywhere, everything's messy, everything looks a little grubby. So my sister-in-law's like, I need to go to a normal store, like a normal store. And I had a moment, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, because I don't have kids, I never, it's not something that I go through, because I walk to the malls, right, and we see nice things. But Gen Zs are not doing that. They want to thrift. They want to go to those alleys like Japan, all these stores that it smells a little musty, and they like, ooh, dig, and they pull out this piece that when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that looks like something Papa wears. My dad, like, oh, that's great. Your grandfather has one. Your grandfather has one in the closet. Let me dig it out for you. Anyway, coming back to this. Gen Z, okay, see. What sets Gen Zs, okay, this is an interesting point. What sets Gen Zers apart is the emotional and creative dimension they bring to resale. Okay, so they are, compared to the older generation, Gen Z respondents are more likely to cite thrill of the hunt and the appeal of finding limited sold out items, the joy of enhancing a personal style. Okay. Um, I guess. I guess. So, it makes me think, right? Because when I went home like a few weeks ago and I went into my mom's room, I was like, Mommy, do you have a toothbrush? Because I forgot to bring a toothbrush. And she's like, there. And I turned to that side and I was like, oh my God, is this cabinet of hers filled with what Gen Zs would say, vintage clothing. I was like, you don't even wear these anymore. Toss it out. He's like, no, I would donate it or something. But now that I'm reading this, man, I should open a vintage shop and put it all out there and like help yourself. $5 each. Your my mom's clothing. That one's from 1955 when she was teaching, and I'm pretty sure that bag is older than you and your brother. Like, anyway, I I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, you're right. So what I mean in this report, the older generation would, because I guess we see it, but for them it's vintage. ah, I cannot. I cannot. Maybe that was what my mom was hoping for me. Right? She'll pass the clothes down to me. So I'll give it a go. All right, I gotta be like a Gen Z. I'm gonna dig my mom's clothes out and wear it. But if at least if I'm not gonna wear it, I'm pretty sure we can pack it all up and pass it on down another generation, and they'll be like, "This is a gold mine. This is a gold mine." Okay, I'll do it for you, JW. I'll dig some of my mom's tops with the shoulder pads. The flowers are like bigger than my head, that kind of retro feel. Oh, the other day I dug out my bell bottom jeans, and it's like for a moment, my first thinking was like, oh my God, I should toss this out. Then it just clicked into my head like the trend will come back. I will be trendy again. I think we'll hang on. We'll hang on to it for another year or so. And then I dug out another pair of jeans with the low hip jeans, when where the belt loop is right above your ass crack, that kind of thing, like right there. I was like, oh, how did I wear that? Oh my gosh. The part where the zip's like this short. Nowadays the zip is like, whoa, this long. There was a time where the zip was this short. Like, why even zip? The zip pull is longer than the zip. Yeah, so I have those as well, waiting to be burst out from the cupboard. I better make sure I dye my hair, okay, by then. I don't have these white strips. Otherwise, you'll be like, Auntie, your butt is showing. Okay, coming back to the exhibit number 4. Gen Z leads 1/3 of the items bought secondhand. Fair enough. Totally agree. How Gen Zs compare? Higher secondhand closet penetration. So they do 45% on handbags, 36% on clothing. Okay. Oh, interesting. They have a stronger role of brand discovery. That's a good point. Like those old pants and clothing that I have, there are some brands like Subi, Gorman. I think the jean brands was called Gorman. They are, I don't even know if they're still around, or if they are really, really niche brands now. So you don't see them in the whole, like, say you're looking at Farfetch, it's probably hard to find those brands. But yeah, probably you can find them in the resale market, because I would have tossed it there. But then again, when I bought them, they were expensive. So yeah, stronger role in brand discovery for sure. The thrill, yeah, the glitter, the glistening, the like bright eyes when my nieces said to me like, oh, I thrifted this. I got this for $10. I checked it online. It was like 100. I bought it for $10. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Mm. Oh, this is super interesting. So they only did US versus Europe. So you didn't put in the exhibit, but in the States, what they say that is here is in the States, secondhand behavior is a very transactional, very value led. People are really looking for great deals, or they're finding to thrift so that they can get the best value out from going into this space of secondhand. Whereas Europeans, it's not so much of that. I'm sure there is some, but they're more focused on wardrobe detox or curation. They're more about creating this wardrobe that speaks their style, speaks their fashion. So they will, keep changing it up, selling it, buying from the resale market or secondhand market, because like, what they say, you can't find it anymore. And maybe their style is of a certain look. It's not what it is today, like today's clothing. No. So they're looking for really curating their wardrobe. And honestly, if you find a really good deal in the secondhand market, stuff was made so well last time, right? We know the materials were better, the hardware was better, the construction was better. It's the style that sometimes is a bit challenging, because you don't need 10 pockets anymore or heavy hardware where we are today on bags, right? You want a little bit more minimalistic, but we didn't, you got to sacrifice on the quality, because nowadays people don't, businesses don't focus on the quality. They focus on quickly turnovering that thing for you. So yeah, I think the style is probably for me as a barrier to entry to the secondhand market. If I'm looking for vintage, if I'm looking for older things. But yeah, I guess Europeans are, it's quite interesting that they are more on the wardrobe curation. So the exhibit shows the difference. Affordability is more dominant in the US people, because you guys just get the best deal, and they're more transactional mindset. I didn't really understand this point about Americans being 4 times more likely to treat resale as a part of full-time job, and 25% consider resale value when buying. Interesting. If they did a Asia one, I think it'll be very, very different. Okay, I think this is the last one. They talk about aspirational consumers and affluent consumers. So aspirational, I feel like I'm in this group. Aspirational, we're more affected by the pressures, more likely to say our fashion behavior has changed over the past 2 years. Interesting that they say 40% has said that their closet has stayed stable or shrunk compared to affluent consumers. That makes sense, right? Totally, because you're aspirational, so you're always changing it up. You find, you need a detox because you bought too much. You feel overwhelmed. You need the extra income, so it's gotta be moving around. But if you are affluent, that's not really something that you look at, right? I need more income, right? Because you're already at that area where you don't mind adding and adding. So they're more likely to, so affluents are more likely to follow trend. They're actively seeking limited editions. They consider resale value when buying full price items. That sounds like a lot of affluent people I know. Where Before they buy the item, they're like, if I'm gonna pay 20,000 on this, what's the resale value? 40? Okay, 20 is worth it. I know you know who you are. So for them, resale is an extension of an already curated fashion experience. They are more likely to buy from the top of the pyramid of true luxury brands, which often retain price premiums and sell above retail, particularly when items are sold out or limited edition. I feel like I am an aspirational consumer wanting to be affluent, but I gotta keep doing this because I can't keep going here. That's me. That's me. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying me. Okay. So let's look at the chart. Fewer impulsive purchases, aspirational, affluent 41%. Okay. Reduce what I own. They are 30% more likely than the 22% affluent. Limit fashion spend, about 20% of them, 13% even less. They're more likely to just buy lah. They follow fashion trends. Yeah, we're all the boring ones, right? Yeah, we like it lah, but it's trendy lah. Trendy. Won't buy lah. Don't buy. You will lose money. Affluent, like, that's, oh my gosh, that Chanel bag that looks like a squirrel. Love it. We need it. So I agree with this exhibit. Okay, resale more. All right, so now we move into BCG's selling. So basically the next, if you're interested, you can go and download this report. You just search BCG Vestiaire Collective. And there are a few, actually. There's another one by Fashion File as well, but I didn't go through that one. But basically this one, from here onwards, they talk about kind of best practices for businesses, right? They talk about fashion brands and retailers on how to tap on this market, how to tap on the consumers, and how to stand out as well. So from a brand perspective, so some of it, like Rolex, they have this certified pre-owned program. So they actually, because they only sell the first hand, right? But because the booming market of the resale, they also want to tap onto it. Like LV buying, what's that? It's not second hand yet. They have their own online platform when they sell discounted items. Oh, I forgot the name, but if you know what I'm talking about. And I think they also invested in other platforms. I just cannot remember. I think Fashion File is also invested by LVMH. No, not a Fashion File. Farfetch, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, so they are in it, just maybe not in the front facing. Rolex does it as well. They actually have pre-order, they buy back, and they can you can buy new things, or they certify it. They buy back either from you or they buy back from the market, and then they certify it, and then it becomes resale, but from Rolex. I didn't know about this. Patagonia Worn Wear, they actually allow you to trade in your stuff for new gear. Oh, for credit. That's great. That's great. So they have some models here, like I said, they trade in and resell their own channel. They have approved partnership platforms. They experiment on some entries. Maybe they do a take back. They do in-store consignment. I'm thinking, does Chanel do it? No, Chanel doesn't have any of these. They're just like, no. Whether or not they invest in other platforms behind the scenes, I don't know. But LVMH does a lot. They even invest in smaller brands, and they obviously, that one's something that they do all the time, but they also invest in these platforms. They don't buy back though, not directly. Yeah, not directly. I think the automobile industry is really big on this. Like those high-end cars, like a Maserati, Ferraris, they have this buyback program, and then they refurbish it and then they sell it again. So it's kind of part of that whole ecosystem of secondhand, but it's still by the brand itself. I think it's great. Yeah, and then they have this digital passport. So let's not read this. It's too boring. This is business talk. That boring. We want to hear about people. So I'm gonna stop sharing right now. Wow, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it's fun. Oh, and then they also did, so LVMH also did some kind of, they invested in some, oh, I forgot this. Oh my God, blockchain. Girl, but brain's not braining anymore, okay? It's age is catching up, brain's not braining. So anyway, blockchain as well, because I think they know, right? Eventually stuff will come around, and who knows what they're doing at the background, whether they want to have that authentication along the whole line. I think when they started that, it's about transparency from the point of production all the way until somebody owns it, where your materials are from, where you get your screw, where you get your metals, who is making it, everything is traceable, because at one point in time, I don't know about today, but at one point in time, ESG was a huge deal. But I feel like right now I don't know. I think it's still there, maybe in the States, Europe, but here I don't hear it as much anymore. I feel like it's sort of, maybe it's not died down. It's sort of, what's the word? Like every day, every day. Like God, don't have like compliance. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we need to have ESG. But a few years ago, it was like you must have it. If not, investors will not invest in you. Nobody will trust your business. Blah blah blah. But now, anyway, they invested in this blockchain. One of the reasons is also that traceability. All right, let me read what you say. Yeah, so do you feel like next year, so 2026, do you feel like the luxury resale market is going to explode? And if you are not buying from the resale market, are you jumping in because you're sick and tired of the first-hand experience? You're like, what first-hand experience? It's daylight robbery. I'll buy from the resale market. That's my question to you. Are you in it to win it in the resale market? Oh, thank you, Kaylee. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give myself one. I'm gonna do it a month at a time, because I realized when I tried to commit with a never-ending timeline, I set myself up for failure. So, like I said one time, I said, okay, I'm gonna do my weekly Wednesday live streams. I did it for a couple of weeks, and I punctured again. My tire just flattened, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I'm surprised that I managed to make the 1 month. So thank you so much to everyone for liking and watching and all of that, and commenting especially. I really appreciate it. Whatever topic that I was putting out, so I was just on a roll. Like whatever that come into my head, let's talk about it. So I'm going to do it for another month. I mean, it is December. It's a little softer in terms of what everybody is doing, work-wise and stuff. So yeah, I'll give it another month, and then we'll see how we go in the next year. Challenging. Yeah, challenging. Joe, I've been dealing so much in the secondhand market this year, but buying mostly new or pristine items. I have sold so many of my own used items and bought or even sometimes swap luxury items back. Wow. Like this weekend, I swapped some designer clothing for a new LV key pouch. What? Oh, hang on. I have a message from my contractor who's telling me the house is almost done. Okay, wonderful. Wow, new key pouch. Okay. Now the take up on carousel is very, very good. You haven't been on a party. Maybe. I mean, I put my stuff. Wow, my carousel activity is through the roof this year. I've managed to sell so many things you don't think Asians will buy, but they do. Used shoes, used furniture included. I think they like a good deal. Yeah, they like a good deal. True. I have sold some stuff over the weeks on carousel, but yeah, I don't sell so much. I don't put everything on. I just don't like. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think when I am due for a big declutter, I'll just post everything on carousel. JW, I buy new when I don't want something beat up, and the used version costs less than 20% off the new. If the used item is at least 25% off the from new and looks pretty good, then I buy new. Ah, okay, understand. No, I don't buy new. Wow, I don't know how you do it. I always find it hard to sell even at a low price. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Miss G. Here in Philippines, many shops are not available, like Chanel. That is why resellers are so many, and these platforms are the best way to sell out items which I get. Oh, wow. Even though I have the budget to buy brand new, I am still a bargain hunter. Last month, I bought a Club Monaco blazer in light new condition for $50. Would have cost me 700 in store. That's a great deal, Joe. Chris is saying, I prefer using a resale service instead of selling on my own so I can avoid the hassle of return and risk of counterfeit items. True. For the love of bags. Can I have so many things I'm passing to my daughter? I hope she doesn't think it's junk. I have to tell you, like my mom is, she has bought so many things over the years, right? And I guess when you're a mom you're a mom, you have the mentality of these things are precious, and if you don't use it, you have that so you have a gifter mindset. So I have a gifter mindset as well. So I always buy things thinking of the next person because we want to share the love. So my mom is like that. So she always like, oh, buddies, I think you can use it next time. You can use it next time. For all the years since school until uni, and then even now as I'm this age, I just yelled at my mom the other day. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. Because I was home for the night. I was exhausted and I was like on the couch, okay, at 12 midnight. And my mom was telling me to go to bed. I was like, Mommy, I'm 43. I want to stay downstairs and I want to stay up. Once a mom, always a mom, right? My 80-year-old mom was yelling at me to go to sleep. So even today, it's always about the child. So I totally get it. I get it. My mom has so many things she's gonna pass to me, and I'm like, where's the gold? Where's the gold? Where's the gold necklace? Please don't hide it in some pocket, okay? Because I mean, I have to dig through that vintage cupboard of yours. Please, please don't. What do you think of a birth year bag? I've been considering getting one if it's in great condition. I don't want a stinky old bag. I have been on a hunt for one. So I follow Finkel Puff on her IG. No, wait, not her IG, like a chat group. And she's the one that sells all the older bags, right? So you have like Q square, P square. So occasionally I see some K squares, and I think those are easily nearly 20 years old. It's hard to know unless you can see it in person and touch it, smell it. It's hard. But maybe if the price is right, you can buy it, take the risk, and get it spot. That's kind of like how I am justifying it in my head. So I am looking for my own K old bag. But so far, nothing of a great deal and nothing of a great color. Like basically I'm in that exhibit. Nothing to buy, not a great price. So a barrier to entry. Oh, this is so clever, right? Usually 1 year old when the maximum depreciation has set in, and we buy it substantially cheaper than new. What do you mean by maximum depreciation has set in? Usually a car becomes, so what, 5 years left. So 5-year-old car, yeah? Because it halves every year, right? It's like, boom, 50%, 25%. So you buy it at a 5 or 6 year old car, which is actually still very new. And then you use it for about 5 years, because in Singapore, the COE is 10 years. Yeah, in the first few years, correct. I think it's the steepest in the first. I think it's like 50%, right? Like crazy when literally you buy $100,000 car. Next year the car is worth 50,000. I remember something like that when I was looking at cars. Yeah. And then after that, it halves again. That 50 halves again. So I think it's about 4 or 5 years old where it's like, after that, the car is worth 25% of the, 10%. 10% of its original value. Yeah, you drive out the showroom, boom! Which is why in Singapore, you can get deep. So in Singapore, I think this really works. I think everywhere, but this really works because firstly, cars don't extend beyond 10 years. So 10 years, you've got to change cars already. So people do change cars, I would say, every 5 years here. Because 5 years, somebody would buy the second hand, and then that person will take the money and they'll buy a new one. So every 5 years, cars are moving here. But in Malaysia, when I buy a car, because I buy brand new, and though it hit depreciation, but we drive it until it's like nothing. 15 years old. So you buy a good car. I was so proud, okay, when my previous car was about, my previous car was like 14 years old. Obviously, a lot of problems, but whatever. Already maximum beyond depreciation is I need to pay somebody to take my car away, that kind of thing. But that's because we don't have this COE, so that's crazy. Okay, let's continue. Oh my gosh, let me hide this comment. Oh no, I lost. Where was I? I was talking about Q stamps. Okay, cars. You know what? Let's make a guess here. Let's make a wild. If anybody knows already, then don't say anything. But if you don't know, you're wondering, what do you think next year's stamp will be? Everybody's gonna turn on their Google, their alphabet check right now, right? Come, let's check. What's the current alphabets? Hermes alphabets. Let's take a guess. Let's take a guess. Everybody's like checking the phone right now. Like, what's the this year is K. This year is K, okay? I could not get enough bags. I don't have enough money. Okay. The current shapes, Yo. This is a bit outdated. Okay. So the ones that are currently like T, X, A, C, D, Y, Z, U, B, W, and this year is K. What do you think it's gonna be? What do you think next year is gonna be? Oh, without shape interior. Oh. Okay. I manifest for you, okay? Apparently I'm pretty good at manifesting, Joe. I did it wrong. Was it EJ? I was like, ooh. So I'm manifesting for you, okay? Joe. J. And if it is, don't blame me, because you need a war chest. Don't play, because I have started to meditate every morning, okay? I did it twice, but I'm trying to do a little bit more. That's the truth. I sat there because I was watching some Dr. Yoon, and he was like, oh, you should do this, calm your soul 10 minutes in the morning. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. So I sat back against the wall, closed my eyes, and tried very hard to think of nothing. First time failed. I think I was out in like 5 minutes. I was like, this is ridiculous. My brain is going at 100 kilometers an hour thinking that I need to do this, I need to do that. The next time I did it, I was like, I think I managed a little bit of it, but wow, very hard. So anyway, don't play, Once my manifesting, my meditation, daily meditation, like legit manifesting power will be triple. So anyway, I'll help you out. J. Yeah, it's a bit oh, the last round when they did it. Oh, so every time they finish a full okay, so I'm looking at, let me show you what I'm looking at. Every time they finish a the whole alphabet, then they restart it. But they didn't finish. So they did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, in the 1940s, 1945, they did A to Z without a shape. Then they did A to Z again, circle, right? And then for squares, they did A to R only. And then for some weird reason, in 2015, they did they went back to the alphabets without any pattern, but then they randomized it. Because they could have continued, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and R. Here, R. What's after R? S. S square. But they didn't. Why did they do that? Maybe it's to, yeah, you're right. Counterfeits, right? To avoid counterfeits. It's a scramble era, isn't it? So, oh, that's hard. Ew, that's tough. That's tough. KJ, yeah. J will be hard next year. Honestly. Honestly, it's going to be tough. I mean, I'm just looking at, I'm trying to, like trying to come up with a pattern of what they would do. Honestly, it's going to be tough. Like, because they did J, J, J following the alphabet. So next year, if they did J. Anyway, manifest for you, okay? Manifest for you. Ooh. And I agree, getting it out better is faster, yeah. Oh, JW also. Let's do it. Missy K, LV resourcing platform. I guess it's Nona Sauce. I'm not familiar. I know that they have one, but I'm not familiar. Not familiar if that's the one. Yeah. So for those who are buying Hermes this year, actually, you know what? Not even Hermes, right? I think a lot of luxury brands next year are going to still do, I feel they're going to do one more chunk of increase. Like everything's already expensive. This is like last chance, like the Murakami, one more launch while it's still possible. So I do think they will hit one more time, a big one. And then maybe in 2027, it will be less crazy. It just makes sense. Like if I was the business, I'd be like, one more time, while there is still that little bit of appetite for people to buy in the market from firsthand, I think that would make sense. DLT blockchain is a good tech is a good tech for source tracing, but it's pricey. I'm not sure if LV will make a necessary investment. I thought they did already. They were yelling about it that they were was it? Wait, I think it was LV. LV was the one that said they are doing blockchain now. That whether or not it was like a pilot, like a POC, like a proof of concept, they were going through it. But I swear, I read about LV doing blockchain technology. Or was it Chanel? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure it was LV. Yeah. But it could have been just like a trial, trial. And now they just canned it because it's expensive. You're right. Crazy, you not only you have to do the traceability, you have to force all your supplies. It's insane. Yes, I saw this. So somebody shared it on their IG that the adjustment for handbags is 13%. Jewelry, 8 to 16. Now, whether or not it's across the board, like every single country is the same, I don't know. But I can tell you, the FOMO is real, okay? The fear is real. I'm like, as you all know, I'm still waiting for my bag, right? So I'm like, ah, okay, this is not good. This is not good. Right? I'm thinking of you. So I have to tell you, the other day I was wearing this, sorry, I was wearing this necklace that my mom bought. It's a beautiful necklace. And I think I remember seeing it when she bought it. I think I was in no, maybe I was in school. No, maybe not school. I remember seeing it, like when she would take it out take it out and wear. And I remember looking at it like, wow, so pretty. Now that she's given it to me, I was like, so I wore it the other day, and my mom was like, she was so happy that I was wearing it. She's like, she didn't even look at my face, okay? Because I video called her. She literally, oh, you're wearing the necklace. That's on her mind, okay? I'm like, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. The little ruby necklace. I was like, so things like that, I think, yeah. Yes. Give it to me. But I'm not sure if I want the shoulder pad. I want the shoulder pad jacket, you know, that kind of thing. My girls said I am making excuses to buy when I say these will eventually be theirs. They know you too well. They're like, you just want to buy lah. Buy lah. But they will remember it, I'm telling you. They'll remember like, mommy say buy for me one. It's mine. Later on. Which is probably why they also know, since you are going to buy it and eventually it'll be theirs, they better follow you for the shopping trip because they are choosing their future item. I better stop mommy from buying, you know, just in case she buys something ugly and then I have to take it. I better follow her. Better choose the right thing. Better help her, because helping her is helping me. I know. I felt so bad, but I was like, I was downstairs in the house and there I was exhausted. Obviously, I was falling asleep. And my mom storms out from her room, like, Ame, go and sleep. You have work tomorrow. I was like, Mommy, please. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Ooh, that's cool. I want to get a birth year vintage Rolex too one day. Where are you ending? Didn't you just watch my video this morning? Is, what did I say? Oh, it's a natural progression. And then where do you end? And I saw some comments like, I'm done. I'm not in Olympics anymore. But after this, I think you're all back in it. You're back in the Olympics of Hermes. It just never ends. Talking up. I googled the e-stem. It's super meaningful to me. Why? Let's take a look. What's e-stem? 20200. So we have e-stem is 2001 1975. Oh, you need one. totally lah, for sure. It's not, nothing justifies a price increase like that, okay? 13%? It's definitely more than inflationary. I believe this is true. This is true. A plot to delay the bags, because this time now there are a lot of bags, but they may not be issuing it. They're going to wait. Okay. January is going to be a booming month for them because of the price increase. They're going to issue a lot of bags in January. They're going to pay your K stamp price. So, yeah, freaking annoying. Okay. Okay, for the love of bags, I manifest for you. SO this month, SO this month. Right? Yeah, my mom was so happy. She's like, very nice, the necklace, very nice. Looks so good. Yeah, it looks good. It's like self-praise, like she's like, I bought the right thing, it's the best thing I bought. 20 years ago, I bought it. You moms are so funny. She is. Yeah, but just all stuff, like stuff. My goodness. Fated to be, but yeah, this year I really wanted to collect at least like a few more bags on the K stamp. But I wasn't as strategic as Joe, because I didn't think of it. I didn't think that this year K would appear, because it became like more of a shock. Like, oh my God, K stamp. Oh, I don't have a watches. So unfortunately, I did not sweep up all the Ks in time, okay? I only managed to get 2. It's pretty good, okay, pretty good. Like if I wanted to sweep up those Ks, man, there are so many in the resale market. Like, K for Kelly, K for a Picotin, K for a Bini Bolide, K for this, K for that. And just sell all my other bags and just keep all these K bags. But I didn't know. I didn't prepare. So Joe, prepare yourself, okay? Prepare first, because you want to collect everything. Like I would have bought a Haozan in K, Kelly in K. What else? Another Birkin in K for the resale market. Just pick them all up. Sell my black Birkin, which is don't know what freaking alphabet, or Z or something like that. Is it Z? Z, X? I don't know what alphabet. Don't even know. So, exchange them for the right alphabet, But yeah, that's wishful thinking, honestly. Yeah. Oh well. I can always pick them up later when they're older and cheaper. My birth year is W. Oh, wait, M. Girl. Julia, your daughter has already earmarked the stuff. Okay, so she's telling mommy, please don't. Don't. She's already imagined herself as a teenager carrying those bags, and you are breaking her heart. Stop. Stop it. Okay. Joe, chill with the sale. Your daughter cannot take it anymore. She's like, oh my gosh, you're not having that bag anymore? Where's my K? Let me see, how old is K? K is 1981. That's like, so I have one in 1981 and 2007. 2007 is okay. K square for myself. I just haven't found one yet that is nice. There was this Swift Birkin on Finkel Puff, and it was K stamp, and it was white, but it was Swift leather, so it's reasonably priced. And I was tempted, but when I texted Stephanie from Finkel Puff, and I was like, "Oh, do you have this bag? Is there any more pictures? Because it's whitish." She was like, "It's recolored." I was like, "Oh, okay, forget it." Because I think when you recolor a bag, it's, I don't know, like you change the color of the bag, or maybe it could have been a fake bag, and they recoloring it to hide some imperfections. I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't go for it. Good tactic. I asked my daughter before I sell a bag, and she says no. I give it to her so I don't have to see it anymore. Actually, you're right. So for me, when I declutter things, or when I'm in a decluttering mentality, right? I'm part of I want to resell something. The sight of the item annoys me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it. I don't see it. I need it out of my sight. So, which is why when I use resellers, it's like, I'll drop it off tomorrow. So once it's out of the system, I already feel like, okay lah, if not sold yet, never mind. But at least somebody's dealing with it. So I get it. Like if I had to give something away, I would like take it out, please. Then it's out of my sight. Yes. Cleaner, less things. I feel happier. Somebody's using it. Somebody bought it. Somebody's enjoying it. It's being sold. Yeah. Love that feeling. Oh, I didn't think of that. When you recolor, you are hiding the deterioration. I have a couple of SLGs that are decoloring, and they look so trashed. No way I want to buy any in this condition. Oh. That's a great point. Because like my ombre Chanel is as in the condition is fantastic because I hardly used it, right? Handful of times. My Chanel walk in patent leather. Other than the deterioration of the patent color, the bag itself is in near pristine condition because I didn't use it. But there is deterioration because of the color of the leather, right? The patent leather. So I get what you mean. Yeah, it looks so trashed, right? Decoloring. Oh, I didn't think of that. I didn't think that the recolored section will decolor. Yeah, because it's just painted over, right? It's not dyed like the original leather, because the original leather is either soaked through to get that color and tanned and etc. But decolored would be different. Oh, the leather looked like it was falling apart. Interesting. Yeah. So, can you recolor your patent walk to black without removing the shine? Yes, I can. So, I haven't done it because, firstly, it's like if I do it, it'll rest in the cupboard again, right? I'm not out there using my walk anyway. Not that I don't like it. I'm not using a walk at the moment. So I think what I will do is when I'm going to use my walk, when I feel like, yes, you know what, let me just grab it. It's just right there. Hang on. I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed to show my walk. But it's so beautiful, you know. See? Look at this. Look at this monster. This is the original color. But it's actually there's nothing wrong with it other than the color. As in terms of patent leather, you know, patent over time gets sticky. No, it's not. It's not sticky. There's nothing. It's actually look at this. Look at this. Look at how it's really perfect condition. I even tied because that time I didn't know how to use those strings, right? I tied it. There's no cracking, no peeling. Yeah, it's perfect inside. Perfect. So other than the outside color, even this is actually a really nice looking bag. Unfortunately, yeah, it's decolored like that. I don't even have an issue of stickiness or, you know, the, how do you say, like everything's stuck? Nothing, because I take care of it. So I love this color, but I think I need to figure out a way. I haven't decided if I want to recolor it back to this color, which you can do now. There are some shops that will recolor it back to the original color like this, or color the whole thing black. I think this I can only decide once I go to the store and talk to them, like how long would the color last. I think black will last longer, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, the shine will remain actually. They add a coating. I believe they add a coating. After they color it, they probably add a shine coating. Take it to Chanel. I never thought about that actually. Take it to Chanel, right? Because I am the original owner. I didn't buy this secondhand. That's a great question. That's a great like suggestion. And see what they can do for me. I don't know. Correct. So this is my issue, right? So if only the buckle and everything was also silver, but that clasp at the front, the lock, the fake lock, is the acrylic lock is green. So it will look a little odd, black and green. Yeah, the inside is pristine. It's just a great looking bag. Yeah, it's not secondhand. Yeah, maybe I should try. Maybe I should try and ask. I don't know if they'll give me a store credit, but Chanel's not that kind of brand, you know. To them it's depreciated. Wow. Okay, I will give it a go. Okay, I will give it a go. I will dig. Firstly, I need to dig out the receipt of this bag, which is somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know where, somewhere. And wow, because it was bought when, the time that I didn't really keep things. I bought this in 2014. So 2014, 2015, 10 years old. So I need to dig it out. I need to find it. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Yeah. Totally. I agree. Totally. If something like this happens to LV bag, it will give me a store credit for it for sure. Because I bought this bag overseas, right? I didn't buy it here locally, so they don't have my record of buying it. I have. Yeah, I'll give it a go. No harm. No harm trying. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. So you have it in the system. This was bought when I was traveling overseas. I don't know if they still have the record of it. I will check. That's a good thing about, I honestly don't know, because in here locally, I remember sending a pair of earrings back for repair. It was just the Chanel CC, and they didn't take it back because the CC had little diamantes on it. And my SA took one look at it. She said, oh, they won't repair this because it came out or something. And that's it. End of story. Yeah. Oh, I have a new member. Thank you so much. NDK931. This is so good, right? They give you a credit because the bag turned white. I think that's awesome. Anyway, guys, it's so funny about the J stamps and the K stamps and the E stamps. I mean, it's kind of fun, right? We like things that have meaning to us when we buy stuff, which is probably why a lot of Gen Zs, because we read that article, they are more, there's a creative part of it, but they're also that emotional part of it. I think it's quite exciting because they are the younger generation, right? Think about it, like if resale was available or more prevalent, not to say available, but more prevalent when we were buying things, the stuff doesn't really connect. Like they're super, super old, right? Our parents' time, my parents or my grandparents' time, to make it make sense. And maybe stuff then was not taken care of as well. I mean, they probably use like really crazy. But the Gen Zs today, they are buying stuff. Say they want to buy the stuff that's as old as them. So maybe my niece want to buy things that are 20 years old. But 20 years old is probably stuff that I was using and I probably took care of it. So I feel like the stuff that they are finding in the resale market is better cared for and somehow still new compared to if I was buying it and a certain age or certain feeling, a certain value. I find those things more beat up. I don't know if my parents didn't not to say they didn't take care of the things, or my grandparents, they use those things. They really like put They put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, buying it, and they're gonna use it, and then they sell it. And I'm like, I'm not picking that up. Whereas for me, if I use it for a bit, I'm selling it, I'm putting it into market. Gen Z is picking it up. It doesn't look that beat up. So I feel like that's why thrifting for them is fun, because they get decent looking things, or almost pristine stuff for a bargain. I don't know. I mean, I could be making that up. Kind of like online dating. True. It was around, right? I'm pretty sure, when the web, or, no, even online, maybe dating on the newspaper, you cut out the name, come and meet me. It was a bit like, dodgy. I was in school, I think, primary school, when I was maybe 12 or 13. I used to buy these magazines, right? And in school, we would cycle to the bookstore and we'll buy these magazines. And some of these magazines had a section, like the classifieds. But this section was where you can pay the magazine to put a little, like a little message on the, like a little classified, right? That says, my name, who am I, I'm looking for a friend, and you can reach out to me. And I can't recall how already, but I don't think the address was there. But there was a way to, it's like pen pals. Like, so you would read this magazine and it had paid this section there, and you can just, because there was no way, right? There was no internet then. So we had pen pals, but the way you find pen pals was to advertise on these magazines, and they were all over Malaysia, and some of them were, did I get overseas? No, I think mine was mainly in Malaysia. And we didn't have phones, so it was just address, like literally you can write to a person's home address. And I had pen pals like that. And yeah, and then I think some of them were overseas as well. We had no fear, okay? Like there was no sense of PDPA or fear of like somebody knowing your address. Only obviously over time, where in a very short period of time, it's not safe anymore. But I had pen pals. I would write to these people would write back. And I think in high school, I even met one of my pen pals in like some mall or something. What danger? What danger, okay? Oh my goodness. But obviously it was over time, you also, develop a sense like that's kind of scary, that's dangerous. So I think after a while that didn't happen, like very short, like a couple of years, then you had to write into the magazine to get like, I want to meet this person, and then they will link it up. The innocent times, man, the times where all you had was trust. Really, trust, faith, and just hope, I guess, where your child would disappear the whole day and you trust they will know how to take care of themselves. You hope they will come home, and you just believed. You believed it. You have faith that they are safe out there. Where? How? No phone, nothing. Writing to strangers, meeting strangers in like malls. No way of contacting them. Pay phones. Wow. Those were the times, man. I loved it. I would cycle like after school, like 4 o'clock evening. I would do all my homework. Okay, mommy, I'm going out. And my mom would like, better come back for dinner. And then I will disappear 3-4 hours. obviously I wasn't doing anything naughty, right? I was gonna cycle to meet my friends at the playground, and we will cycle up and down the hill, up and down the hill, and do spins on the bicycle. Come home and say, oh my god, it's late. You know, all you have is a watch. 6:40. Like you look at the sun because it's getting late, it's getting dark. 6:30, 6:45. I gotta go home, you know, mommy, I'm cooking out. Cycle home and have dinner. Like I disappear 3-4 hours. Innocent, so innocent, cycling around the neighborhood, going to wherever location. My mom had like, wow, think back about it, right? No way, contacting your child. And I'll come home and tell her, yo, mommy, I saw a flasher. There's no picture taking of these people. Nothing. Wow. Loved it. Those were the days, right? Still at their location. Random snacks from neighbors. Yeah. Talking to uncle sitting at and yeah, how many flashes have I seen across, like, as you cycle, then there's this man that's standing there, and then he would like flash you. I'm like, flasher, and then cycle away. Like the sense of danger is, I mean, there's obviously street smart, right? You cycle away, but your parents had to know this happened. Like I remember one time we saw it in school, like this dude was obviously not right in the mind, right? I remember it very clearly because with me and my best friend, we were cycling along the school, and it was along the road, and this guy, he was like, you know, walking, obviously not right, right? And then we were looking at him because we stopped, like two school kids, you know, like that. And then he just looked at us, and then he flashed, and I was like, ah! And we screamed at him because that's all we were taught, right, in school. You scream for help, but instead we're like, flasher. And then we cycled away, and we went on with our merry way. We cycled around the neighborhood, up and down the hill, you know, avoiding cars, getting back, you know, almost getting, you know, all of that. Go home, and I remember telling my mom, oh, there's a flasher at school. And all my mom said was like, yo, be careful, ah. And that's it. That is it. End of story. Your child is safe at home. Eat dinner. Okay? That's it. Done. The good old days. The good old days. I wish we could go back to those times, right? So innocent. Oh, pager. Pager already very advanced. Pager. Yes. 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 Totally. Yes. Joe, my parents used to leave the door and gate unlocked when I went clubbing, so I won't wake up everyone I came home. I was like, yeah. I was like, my parents they don't care. But it is so progressive. But my goodness, like the stress that I must have put them in. But you know, they lived in a life where that is normal, right? Your kids they were brought up by their parents, where obviously it's even worse, right? That you trust your child. You trust the world. The world is safe. If it's not safe, you got to deal with it. Okay, so they obviously brought that to us, and to some extent a little bit more fearful because of whatever, like progression, right? Progressed. But they still had to like, they'll be okay lah. They will be all right. So they brought that to us, and we are like, woohoo! This generation, this block, right? So I think anything between 30s to the 50s, early 60s, yeah, early 50s, late, like before you hit 60, this bracket, I think there's this wild stories of like cycling everywhere, disappearing for the whole day, coming back in the morning, you know, kind of thing. No proof, no phone, no proof. But then the next generation, oh man, we know exactly where you are. The internet generation totally changed it. The moment internet came, yeah, it just changed. Like nothing is safe. We have too much information now. The moment information became prevalent, that's where we became more aware of danger, and then everything is not safe anymore. Not safe anymore, okay? No, you're not leaving house without your phone. Oh, Sophia's here. Hello. Hello. We're talking about random things now. This house. That's so funny. Your son did something naughty today. Then the moms would talk, and that's it. And that's it. Done. Done. Oh my goodness. The innocent days, man. Amazing. Yeah, so now it's so different. I don't see kids cycling anymore. I don't see kids out anymore. I just don't. And I think if I have kids, I won't allow it as well. I'm sorry. No, I'm coming to pick you. Or you know, whatever, like call a Grab. No, maybe now, okay, like call a Uber, call a Grab. I think that's okay. Because there's so much safety set as well. Then you got phones, you can locate them anywhere. Like, it's insane. Yeah. That's exactly what happened, right? Your son did this. You need to tell him off. I'll deal with it. And the mom goes in, I'll deal with it. And that's it. There's no police, nothing. Just deal with it. Done. The good old days. Figure it out. I think for me, my best memory, I mean, if I compare kind of memories, right? One of the things that I still think you will not see nowadays is going home from school. Like my mom would drop me off at the school in the morning, and then she'll go to work, obviously. And then I would have to come home from school myself. Like, you know the stories, I used to walk 10 kilometers to school from your parents. Like, I literally had that life. Like, well, from school, I would walk home through the housing area, and then walk through this lane and to the house. I think my walk every day from school was in the hot, blazing sun at 1 p.m. because I used to be morning school. Oh my gosh, like 40-minute walk. I mean, it's not long. What's that? But every day the same. I mean, if you think about it now, that's so dangerous, right? Because if there are people like watching, they know exactly where this kid is walking every single day. This girl, every day. I got kidnapped along the way. But yeah, everyday life. Walk home, go home, stay at home alone. I think I was like 13 or something. Yeah, no phone. Mom doesn't know what's happening to you until she comes home from work. She's like, how was your day? Okay. My kids' school banned cell phones. Electronic. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Right? Yeah, they don't need it. They don't need it at all. They don't need it. They just see, if I'm a parent, I'll be like, oh, but what if I need to contact my child? You need to be in contact all the time. Then how? Because that's the mentality today, that we need to be in contact. We need to know, like, every second, if I could glue my phone to my hand, probably that'll be the next best thing, because I don't have to hold it. It's just stuck there. Constantly, WhatsApping. We use WhatsApp. So WhatsApp. Ooh, WhatsApp. Ooh, my dad's talking to me. My mom's talking to me. This constant. Yeah. I don't know. Wow. Really? Singaporean parents can take this? Singaporean parents out there, can you take it that you're unable to contact your child? You're unable to contact your child. Ban, Can bring, cannot use. Put where? Put the phone where? Where are they going to put the phone? Under their desk? That's not banning. That's not banned. That's like, just don't use. Not to call my mom. I was watching this, I don't know, was it Instagram reel about some of the kids, right? And you know what's a sad thing, which is maybe why vintage is so fascinating, because they haven't seen certain things, right? So like flip phones, the old school flip phones, obviously they're not seen. I'm talking about kids, the Gen Zs who are now buying the resale space from wardrobes, items, luxury. But one thing that they haven't seen are some of the things that have totally transformed, right? Like dial phones, like if the phone has 9 numbers, and oh my gosh, if the phone number had so many 9s and 8s and 0s, God help me. There was this reel that the dad took the phone, and it was a working phone. Okay, it was this old, like, we have it as well, like phone on chunky. You pick up the handle and you dial, right? And the daughter, who was probably, she looks like 18, 19, she had no idea how to use it. She looked at it, she was like, she picked up the handle, and she looked at the handle like, how do you dial? Where's the numbers? How do you call? And the dad was like, you gotta call somebody. Like, how? And she pressed the dial. She's like, it's not working. It's not working. And I can't remember. I don't remember what she did after that. Like, then when she finally got it, it was quite fun. Like, she was like, oh my God, this is so fun. So it's, I guess it's an experience for a lot of the Gen Zs, which is why they like it, right? You buy all these old things. To us, it's like, you want to dial numbers again? My memory ain't working for that anymore. The brain power to memorize phone numbers, it ain't there anymore, okay? Remember how you remembered numbers? Can you remember your phone number, your house phone number? Even today, I still remember it, okay? I still remember it because those are core memories. You had to remember your phone number. Now, if it's not in my contact list, forget it. Okay, what phone number? I don't remember any phone number. Right? It's so hipster. Bookstores, it's hip and happening. It's the puzzle for today's teens. Oh my goodness, they just don't get it. Even for me, right now, the one thing that I hate in the modern day, okay, when I sit cars, okay, oh my god, I hate it. Like, can you just stop with the modernization of vehicles? It's enough. How do you open a door? Like when you go into a car, like for the freaking longest time in my life, the door handle is where the car is, the handle's like this. I can't with all these new cars. Handle at the top, at the side, underneath. I just need to get in the car. I sound like an auntie, right? But yeah, I think in the past 2 years, because I take a lot of like Uber or Grab, and obviously all types of vehicles. And my gosh, I like stare at the door like, where's the handle? Where is the handle to open the door? Because it's used to be at the side, like right there, like there. Okay, all I had to do is put my hand out, open, but no, it's near the windshield, it's at the side, it's hidden underneath, and like, okay, fine. I get in the car and I don't know how to get out. Where's the handle to open the damn door? Sometimes it's here, or sometimes it's at the side. My God. I can't take it anymore. Like, chill with the creativity. Right? There's another one. Cars are the worst. Like, you guys, just keep it simple. Okay? Just keep it simple. The other day, on top of that, my own car, I was freaking looking for how to adjust the seat forward and back. There in my life, there's only 2 places. Okay? In front, underneath, there's usually this old bar that you just lift up and then you slide your butt forward and back, like forward, back. Okay, fine. Intuitive. Or at the side, usually it's at the side, right? You just, I don't know, you lift it up a little bit and you can slide forward and back. But the most intuitive is right under your legs, because that's where you drag the seat forward and back. For the life of me, I sat in my car half an hour like, what the heck is the handle to move the seat forward? I couldn't find it. I had to open the driver's manual, like, where is it? Where is it? I gave up in the end. And I just drove like this. Because I don't have long legs. So stupid, you know. You should go back to the good old days. Cars, that is the word. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Like, they should be like an apple, right? It's intuitive. It's intuitive to do certain things. Don't fix things that are not broken. Okay? Seat adjustment, it's not broken. You either add a button there that says forward and back. But it's disappeared. It's in one of the locations that doesn't make sense. Door handles is another one. What else? I think those are the 2 that I've. And then on the car, like I think if you have electrical car or driverless car, then now it's all on the panel. But if you still have one of those steering wheels, there's so many knobs. There's like this knob for this, that knob for that, and then plus, minus. It feels like a computer console, you know, like the computer game. There's knobs, there's forward and back, there's up and down, there's buttons everywhere. I was like, how do I signal left? Where's another knob at the back? Wait, is that how I turn on the headlights? Ah, what's happened? What's happened to my car? Yeah. Awful. Awful. After we changed the mandatory in the car payment unit, the new one gives us so much info. I legit missed the exit twice. So distracted. Like, why do I need to know every single thing about how many car parks around me, what speed limit it is, that the bus lane is operating on Naggy? Of the defogger. Oh, there will come a time that I won't be able to drive anymore. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, it's too much. I'm looking forward to when vintage cars come back and then the windows like this. I want one. I want one. Just give me that manual gear shift. 2 pedals underneath. Wind that dang window up. Rack my seat forward and back. Gear, park. Yeah. I'll be the first to buy, like, pump the petrol, key to open the what do you call that? The fuel section. Remember those days when it's just you turn off the car, you take the same key and then you open and fuel it? Yeah. Give me those cranking windows. Yeah, no. I couldn't even figure out how to open my fuel tank in my new car because I went there, I was like, there's no key here. Then obviously the instinct is to press it, right? So that it will bounce back. No. It's somewhere hidden at the driver's seat. Like, wow. I just can't anymore. Barefoot, I've never walked in snow. Yeah. Oh, once. Yeah. I'm a tropical kind of girl. I don't even drive. I'm only self-driving cars. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Take me there. Take me there. But first, Sophia, you got to get into the car. So you know where's the door handle of that car? Unless you say, open the door. Okay. Oh, I love it. So yeah, I can appreciate why Gen Zs will go back to the vintage stuff. I totally would go back to the vintage intuitive stuff. Give me a good old car. I don't need any fancy stuff. I can drive, I can press, brake, speed up, wind the windows, get in the car, put fuel in the car. I'm good. Okay. Turn on the aircon. I need that though. Lights. Phones also. Why buy an iPhone? I just got myself an iPhone 17, but I only use a few things. I use the camera, I use the WhatsApp, occasionally use a map, but every other function here, I'm like, whoa, that's new. Okay, cool. Do I use it? Not really. Open the door. Right. All right, people. Thank you for today's Lux Chit Chat. I love how we talk about resale stuff, about the good old days, right? Because good old days is our good old days and how we enjoyed it, and now it is booming. So next year will be interesting. How the market is just going to explode. I think we will also enjoy it. They don't use bags. True. Anyway, I will see you next week. Next week is a topic on just all the things I bought. Yes, I'm going to collect all the stuff that I bought this year. Some things I've shown online, some things I have not shown online. There may be a special reveal. Maybe. So anyway, I will see you next week. And Amy will join us, I think, on the Members Live on a Sunday. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sophia, for joining as well. I will see you next week, and we will see you on the Members Live as well. Bye.